What began as a normal Mother's Day in May of 2011 soon took a chilling turn. Anna Maria Magnogna, a loving mother and military wife suffering from stage 2 breast cancer, fatally shot her husband and injured her son. Stay tuned as we uncover the details of this tragic case. It all began in October of 2010 when 40-year-old Anna Maria Magnogna, a Filipino-American, was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. This news shattered her world. One morning, her mother, Evelyn, received a call from Anna Maria, who wanted her to be the first to know the devastating news. Living in the Philippines, Evelyn broke down over the phone, but quickly pushed herself to visit Anna Maria in California to support her during this difficult time. The gravity of Anna Maria's situation was palpable, and Evelyn felt an overwhelming urge to be by her daughter's side. Anna Maria had met her husband, Antonio Poignant Magnogna, while living in the Philippines. Their love story blossomed despite the challenges that come with blending families. Antonio was previously married and had a son from that marriage. After their wedding, the couple moved to Tustin, California, where they owned a UPS mail center franchise and managed another rental property to supplement their income. However, as inflation rose and the cost of living increased, the Magnagna family found themselves in financial distress, leading to difficult decisions. They were forced to sell their larger home and downsize to a smaller residence, which added to the mounting stress. To complicate matters, Antonio's infidelity had come to light, further straining their relationship. Despite the betrayal, Anna Maria's commitment to her family led her to work through these issues, but the emotional burden was heavy. The couple had tried to patch things up, but trust once broken is often hard to rebuild. Despite her cancer diagnosis, Anna Maria endeavored to maintain a positive outlook, often putting on a brave face for her loved ones. Her mother revealed in an interview that Anna Maria would always assure her that she was fine, a testament to her strength in the face of adversity. By November 2010, Anna Maria's treatment began, which included a grueling double mastectomy followed by chemotherapy. The treatments took a significant toll on her physical and mental health, leaving her feeling isolated and vulnerable. In December, after Evelyn returned to the Philippines, Anna Maria received a call from Antonio in April 2011, asking when she would visit again. It was during this conversation that he hinted at Anna Maria's declining health, but unfortunately, Evelyn did not pick up on the subtle cues. She did not schedule a visit, perhaps thinking that Anna Maria would be okay. As Anna Maria continued her treatment, she developed insomnia, a common side effect that plagued many cancer patients. To help with her sleep, she was prescribed Ambien, but unfortunately, it failed to provide any relief. Days turned into weeks, and her mental state began to deteriorate rapidly. She stopped eating and sleeping, succumbing to the overwhelming weight of her illness and the pressures of her family life. By May 2011, Anna Maria's condition had worsened significantly. Mother's Day started like any other, with Antonio making breakfast for their 2 children, 16-year-old Tony and 9-year-old Alfonso. After the boys presented their Mother's Day gifts, Antonio noticed something troubling about Anna Maria's demeanor. She seemed distant, staring into space and moving sluggishly. Concerned for her well-being, he decided to take her to their bedroom to rest while the children sat in the living room, accustomed to their mother's mood swings. Not long after they entered the bedroom, a loud bang echoed through the house, prompting the family to rush to the scene. Tony recalled smelling gunpowder, but they initially dismissed it as an overreaction. When they entered the room, they found Anna Maria sitting on the bed with a gun pointed at her family instead of herself. An unexpected and terrifying scenario, given her struggles with depression. As Antonio ran towards her, desperate to take the weapon away, she fired several shots, hitting him in the chest. The reality of the situation hit hard. It was not just a moment of despair, it was a tragedy unfolding. Tony and Alfonso tried to escape, but Anna Maria pursued Tony into the kitchen. Despite his pleas for her to stop, she shot him in the arm. Bleeding and terrified, Tony managed to escape the house, frantically calling 911 and uttering, "My mom shot me with a gun. She shot my dad and he's dead. Hurry up, please. My brother's in there." After knocking on a neighbor's door, he found help, and they called the police again, desperately trying to save the lives that hung in the balance. Officer Todd Hilton arrived at the scene, confused by the eerie silence that often accompanies such tragic events. Just as he was about to enter the house, a neighbor approached him with information about the situation. Before entering, he witnessed 9-year-old Alfonso emerge from the house holding a gun. Recognizing the potential danger, Officer Hilton pointed his weapon at Alfonso, instructing him to drop the firearm. Thankfully, Alfonso complied, running into the neighbor's arms. But the horror of the day was far from over. With Alfonso safe, the officers entered the house, only to hear a desperate cry that Officer Hilton later described as the sound of someone dying. In the master bedroom, they discovered 2 bodies surrounded by blood. One was Antonio, who had succumbed to his injuries at the age of 73. Confused and horrified, Officer Hilton called out, only to hear Anna Maria admit, "It was me. Please kill me." The chilling admission shocked the officers. The realization that this tragedy stemmed from a mother's profound despair became painfully clear. Meanwhile, Evelyn, who had planned a surprise visit for Mother's Day, was completely unaware of the tragedy that had unfolded. Boarding a 14-hour flight from the Philippines, she ran into Antonio's son, who was also heading to the United States. Without any idea of the chaos awaiting her, she spent the next few hours worrying about her daughter and grandsons, blissfully ignorant of the horrors they were enduring. In Tustin, California, Tony was taken to the hospital for treatment of his injuries, while Anna Maria was admitted for breathing difficulties. The boys, now orphans at ages 16 and 9, faced an uncertain future. The following morning, Anna Maria was questioned by the deputy sheriff. Staring blankly, she revealed that she had planned to kill her family for 2 weeks, believing that by ending their lives, she was sparing them from the pain of watching her die from cancer. It was a deeply misguided attempt to protect them. Despite her apparent desire to end her own life, she claimed that the gun had run out of bullets during the incident, only leaving her bruised from the gun's impact. The investigation revealed the chaos that erupted that fateful Mother's Day. Both Anna Maria and Alfonso recounted their versions of the events, detailing the panic and fear that enveloped their home. Tony, grappling with the traumatic experience, later agreed to let the district attorney pursue a life sentence for his mother. This decision was not made lightly, as he struggled to process the complex emotions surrounding the incident. In 2013, Anna Maria's case went before a grand jury. Despite her defense team's arguments that her actions were influenced by severe mental illness and the side effects of her medications, the jury found her guilty of first-degree murder. However, the jury ultimately reduced her sentence to second-degree murder, recognizing the turmoil that had led to that tragic day. After completing chemotherapy in prison, Anna Maria made a full recovery. Tony continued to visit her, expressing his belief that his mother was not entirely herself during the incident. Their relationship became complicated, intertwined with love and the haunting memories of that fateful Mother's Day. As of now, Anna Maria remains incarcerated at the California Institution for Women in Chino and is eligible for parole in 2036. Her story serves as a somber reminder of the devastating impact of mental health issues, the struggles faced by families dealing with illness, and the desperate situations that can arise from a combination of stress, grief, and despair. What are your thoughts on this case? Do you believe Anna Maria's actions stemmed from her medication, or do you think the stressors of her life ultimately led to this tragic breakdown? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you want more videos like this, please be sure to subscribe.